这个时代大家就别想找真爱了啊，就是
In this era, people should stop thinking about finding true love. Honestly, there just aren't any normal people anymore. As soon as you open any kind of app, it's full of naked beauties, exposed curves, and of course there are handsome guys too. Even the people you see outside who look normal, well, everyone has something going on. How should I put it? The temptations in this era are just too many. It's not like the time of our parents when marriage meant you absolutely would never divorce, like even if the sky fell, divorce wasn't an option. But now, why is the divorce rate so high? Not only because people are becoming more aware, but also because men and women really are becoming more equal since women are also making money now. The bigger problem is that there are fewer and fewer normal people in this era. Normal guys are rare and normal girls are rare too. I'm being serious here. I mean, I'm not a great person myself, but honestly, there are so many careless and shallow people nowadays. A guy can be trash, break up with you today, and by tomorrow someone new is already throwing themselves at him. And the same goes for women, break up today and tomorrow someone else is rushing in. It's too casual, really. If you think about it carefully, it's terrifying. The world has become awful. Spend more time on yourself, sisters. This way of thinking is just not quite right. Independent women don't need men anymore. A girl messaged me privately, if all women become independent both materially and spiritually, then they won't need men. That means no woman would choose to get married. Girl, don't put the label independent woman on yourself like that. Those who keep shouting about being independent women tend to be a bit silly. Isn't there also this saying, why is there independent women but no independent men? Isn't that discrimination against women? Are all men independent? Of course not. But independence isn't something you need to brag about, it's something every adult should have by default. It doesn't mean that just because some magazine shows you've achieved this or bought that or live some lifestyle, you suddenly have the aura of an independent woman. In fact, many women who do tough, low-level jobs earn their own hard-earned money, support themselves, and they're also independent women. For adults, independence is a basic requirement, not some kind of monument. You say if all women became independent, then they wouldn't need men. But what exactly is independent woman? Financial independence. Emotional independence? Being independent doesn't mean you have no emotions, no need for love, no social life. An independent woman may not need to rely on others, which actually gives her more freedom in choosing a partner. That doesn't mean she won't get married, that's not the same thing at all. Girl, I guess you're still young and haven't yet become fully independent in all aspects. In reality, the misfortunes in life don't all come from men, and independence doesn't mean you'll never have troubles. It just means when you are independent, you have the ability to choose and to start over, something those who are not independent simply don't have. I'm 38 this year, I'm not married, and I don't have children. At this age, I suddenly feel that the so-called female independence is nothing but a scam. I used to always believe that as a woman, if I earned my own money, pursued a master's degree, bought a house and a car without ever spending a single cent from my family, without ever relying on a man for even a penny, then I was an independent woman, and I felt so proud of that. But now when I think about it, who planted this idea in me in the first place? These words, female independence, deceived me into working like a beast of burden for so many years, even delaying marriage and childbirth. I am clearly a woman, so why did I force myself to live like a man? Women already have their own hardships to bear. If we run away from the responsibilities of being a wife, a mother, supporting a husband, and raising children, then no matter how much money we make, we still can't live a truly good life. Women, they never truly have love to begin with. For us women, if she needs you, then she'll love you. But the moment she no longer needs you, all she wants is for you not to bother her. So a woman, what she loves the most is her own desires. What she loves the most are the benefits she wants. What she loves the most are her children, her family, and those so-called friends around her. Men, honestly speaking, sometimes you don't even come close to being part of that. Yet at that time, you're still there, running around eagerly and working hard, being her tool. Do you really think that's worth it? Will a woman reject all the men who are good to her just for one man? No, she won't. But a man will. A man truly will reject all the women who are good to him just for one woman. Why? Because men are more affectionate than women, while women are more ruthless than men.
我真的也太可怜了。
I feel so pitiful. I'm already 28 years old, but I've never even been in a relationship. I've never held a boy's hand, I've never kissed a boy's lips. Every day I'm under so much pressure, and on top of that I have to go on blind dates. I even have dandruff, yet I still have to sit down and eat with strangers, and each meal costs several hundred yuan. I can't even bring myself to buy a pair of shoes for myself. Valentine's Day is coming soon, and it'll be my 28th single Valentine's Day. But it's okay, I'll still go spend it with those two people. 2 people plus 1 more doesn't really make a difference. It's just that recently the pressure has been heavy, and at that moment I couldn't hold back my emotions. I still hope everyone won't feel anxious because of my video. We all deserve to love and to be loved. I was born in 1994, I'm 32 this year, not married, and I don't have a partner. There's a saying that's really true. If you don't listen to the advice of your elders, you'll suffer right in front of your eyes. I really didn't believe it before. But now I truly feel that if I had listened to my elders back then, I wouldn't have ended up at 32, still unable to find a partner. To be honest, I've gone on a lot of blind dates, but nobody is willing to accept someone my age. The men who are willing to be with me are either divorced with kids, or come from poor families, or are much older, some even 20 or 30 years older, old enough to be my father. If I still want to find someone suitable now, around my age, and someone I actually like, the chances are really slim. I don't even know how it happened, just waiting, watching, picking and choosing, and here I am. If you're in your 20s right now, you must find someone early. In the past, I thought this would never happen, but now at my age, there are many things that are simply too late. If you want to meet someone outstanding, you have to make yourself outstanding first. Only then can you match with them. If you're just an ordinary person like me, and also a bit picky, then the chances of living the rest of your life alone are very high. So I really advise those of you in your 20s, if you can find someone, do it early. Don't hold back, don't be shy. If you meet someone you like, don't let go easily. This is the real situation of a girl born in 1994 that I met today, and I'm sharing it with you all in the hope that it can give you a little bit of inspiration. A woman who's 35 and still unmarried basically has close to zero chance of getting married in this lifetime. A couple of days ago, I went to the matchmaking corner, and I noticed that many women have been waiting there for years without finding a partner. I approached one woman whose requirements weren't too high and asked her, "Would you accept a divorced man with a child?" She hesitated for a long time and then said no. She didn't want to be a stepmother and felt it was unfair. But to be honest, by around 40 you're already considered an advanced age mother. And if you can't have kids and also aren't willing to help raise someone else's, it's really difficult to find a partner. After all, men who have never been married and don't have kids won't look for you, and those with similar conditions will think you're too old. Women like this usually end up as single old ladies in the end. Do you think I'm right? I don't think I can go on living. I was born in 1993, I'm 32 this year. I have no house, no car, I'm unmarried and have no children. I once tried starting my own business, but I failed. At the beginning of the year, the company I was working for went bankrupt and I left. It's been over half a year now. When I go out looking for work, because of my age and the fact that I'm unmarried and have no children, I keep getting rejected. Now I don't even have the courage to look for a job anymore. I feel lost and directionless. Every day I just lie in my shabby rented room, scrolling through videos, feeling like there's no hope in life. I don't have any special skills, nor the luck that some girls have. I once thought my 30s would be wonderful, but I never imagined I'd end up like this. At this age, I don't tell my parents anything anymore. I don't want them to worry. Watching the balance in my bank account shrink day by day, I feel more and more lost. At 32, I just feel like such a failure.